Hello and welcome to Ingame 613, and today I have an amazing video for you. Now, you may have heard that in the recent Gunrunning DLC we found a damaged UFO. Here it is. Now, you may think, oh my god, Andrew, Ingame 613 Atchison has found this damaged UFO in the sky, floating about with its lights flashing and parts missing. And you'd be wrong, because this is actually in the location of the other UFO, which is right here over at the hippie camp with the alien mural type thing with the beam me up Uranus sign and stuff like that, and the UFO car that you can actually find, which Robin Bram's actually correctly linked to the Unarius cult of America. And yeah, it's around that location. Now, the reason why when you go here you may not find it, especially if you're on console, that's because I had to mod it in. You'll even look at the moon over there, and when it actually loads in properly, you'll actually see that the moon does actually have an Ingame 613 logo on it. Now, one thing that I want to show you on this is the actual things of it, and I actually modded this into the game myself before this actually starts making noise like it is right now. I actually had to mod this UFO into the game myself using OpenIV, which is Rockstar. Why is so cool to use? Or should I say Take Two. But yeah, so I used OpenIV to mod this in. Basically, I took the file of the damaged UFO that we actually find called damship, and then we actually bring it over to the actual UFO that you find in this area. You put the model file in there, you switch it about, and then it actually loads up into the game, which is pretty cool and awesome. So we actually have this actually in game, and we can actually have a proper nosy at it. You should hear some noise coming from it possibly, and you'll know some weird things. I'll talk about them in a little minute or two. But yeah, for now let's have a look at the damage. So as you can see, we have this piece here. You can actually see the supports that are underneath the panel that hold the panel in place, and you can see actually part of the UFO there. This is obviously not something you'd be walking around in, but it is actually where the metal supports are. And yeah, it's pretty decent how they've actually made this damaged UFO look. It actually looks pretty cool. There's obviously flaking up bits here, and if we actually peek underneath, you'll see there's another support there, but there's actually nothing hidden inside there. Same again all the way around, and if we actually look at the antennas up on top, you'll see they're actually bent out of place. If you actually look at this on your regular UFO, you'll actually see they're actually pretty straight. And even on the one underwater, they're actually pretty straight too. Now, I would like to point out you still actually get the blurry TV image thing that you can see. And there's actually new information on this UFO, which I'll go into in a second. Because Wizzle, one of the actual original people to announce that this actual UFO is actually in the game files, he has been keeping in touch with the Chiliad mystery He's been keeping in touch with the Chiliad mystery gurus, and they basically have been finding out a ton of information about this stuff, and they're actually very good hunters. They know how to work with the code quite well, and yeah, they're pretty cool guys and girls, because I believe some of them are actually girls. As we look underneath the UFO, you'll see that about 2/3 of the lights are actually working, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. You can see 6 of the thruster lights areas, but you can only actually see 4 of them are lit up. But if you actually look inside the thrusters, normally you just see like a red blop. But actually what you do see is the FIB logo shoot past it instead. So this is the FIB logo that you normally see on top of the UFO, spinning around in a circle, which is actually glitched out on the next gen, or should I say current gen, consoles. But back on PS3 and Xbox 360, you would actually see that UFO, or should I say FIB logo, spinning around on top in a nice little way. Now, personally, I did actually think, okay, this is actually pretty damaged. So you got like the little thrusters here, they're even damaged on here, flaking off. More flaking off parts here. Do we see supports? We kind of have like a support beam. But yeah, we see all this stuff here, and I think, is this how we actually find it? Do we find it crashed and then gone back up in the sky? Is it going to be somewhere like this? Or is it going to be on the ground? Now, personally, I think it'll either be on the ground or in the water. And I actually did think of the other UFO. I should have some image up on screen for it. But the UFO that is underwater, I was considering that one. And that seems to be a decent possibility. However, I think for it to be this messed up and all flaked up and everything, I think it has to be in the actual desert or some kind of place like that. Now, like I did say, the Chile Mystery Gurus, I hope I didn't get the name wrong, well, the Chiliad Mystery Gurus, they have been finding tons of information out, and they actually found that this UFO, plus some other things that have been found in the files, including the alien egg, the security guard of the military area, a couple of other people, the actual alien character itself as well, and a bunch of other little things, they all actually mix into quite well together and actually form a mystery. And we're actually hoping that this mystery will actually be leaked into another DLC, or shouldn't really say leaked, but merged into another DLC that we get. So we have actually found cars which are unreleased for GT Online, and we're hoping that when they actually get launched, this actual DLC gets launched too. If all the parts are actually in the actual game right now, because they've been including these parts bit by bit over time, and some actually came with the actual game when you got it on the actual disc when you first bought it. But yeah, it's pretty decent and quite exciting, to be honest. Quite a very exciting time for actually mystery hunters. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think we'll actually get the DLC or not? Personally, I am also wanting to say, to add to the end of this video, is that I believe that GTA 5 will actually get a full story DLC, and I think that will come in autumn this year. Parts of my reason are due to Red Dead Redemption getting delayed. There's a mass cry out for a DLC for the GTA 5, and it just makes sense. It is something that people really do want. They really are excited for it. They actually feel they need a DLC for the game to make it continue working. And yeah, the Rockstar actually putting out quite a few employments, things that you wouldn't really link to the Red Dead Redemption series. So maybe it's Bully 2 like people are suggesting, or maybe there is actually a DLC coming out for GTA 5. If it is, then I reckon it'll be alien based. It'll be an out of this world GTA title. I don't think it will actually be like a regular GTA title that we'd normally expect from Rockstar, but I think it'll base around Franklin and Michael, due to the fact that Trevor, the actual voice actor Stephen Ogg, he is actually doing a lot of work with The Walking Dead and quite a few other films at the moment. But Sean Fontano and Ned Luke, they don't seem to be doing too much. However, they are both leaking a lot of stuff on Instagram quite a lot lately, especially Jetpack based stuff. Now, they could just be trolling on that, but you never know. So hopefully we do actually get some more information on this, more details and cool gear. Other than that, there is not much more else to say other than goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye. Sorry, I don't know what I was doing then. I went a bit weird, didn't I? Oh, look, is that my name spinning round? Is that my name spinning round? How cool is that? How did that happen? I thought I was expecting that the sun signal to come up, but funny enough it comes up with my name. Wow, that's amazing. Bye.